Hey guys, this is another episode of the Anime Cast. And today we're going to talk about anime tropes, the ones which we like, the ones which we don't like, and the animes which does it well, which doesn't do it well. And so, Sasha, why don't you introduce us to the first trope that you're thinking of?
Okay, this has to get out of the way because everyone knows it, everyone loves it. Okay, I don't think everyone loves it anymore, but everyone knows it. Strong positive characters, positive main characters, and they're always the ones who influence everything, you know. Like they're the lead characters, they're always giving some form of the talk no jutsu, and they're ultra positive, probably dumb, probably irritating, probably yelly and annoying, but
Okay, look, you can
ultra positive.
You can be positive.
I love that.
You can be positive without being dumb or yelly. But see, that is another my trope that I don't like.
I love it. Like, I would take a slice of that, piece of that any day. I don't care if they're dumb, I don't care if they're irritating. As long as they're positive, that is a trope I like.
Okay, so for me, I don't mind them being positive. I feel like I really can't think of characters who are negative except Kaneki Ken from Tokyo Ghoul. For some reason, they just came into my mind. But like, I think most of them are positive. But what I don't like is when they yell too much, because it just it's like you can do all of this, believe in all of this, without yelling so much.
I'm sorry, I love I'm sold on them being that.
Give me like examples of yelly characters that you like.
Naruto, I love him. I love that he was yelly. I love that he was glitchy. I love that he was number one knucklehead in ninja. And
yeah, that's true. Like, see, in the beginning, I'm like, honestly, I did not. He did not grow on me. But then I feel like you get to know him a little further, and he's like, you know, this guy has guts. He's not just yelling. Like, even though it seems like he's just yelling, but
that's an interesting point, because that's exactly why I like them, you know, like, because they're positive, and I know that this anime is about them, so I know that
they're gonna do something later. Okay, yeah, that's true. And I can think of Eren. Eren was super yelly.
I love that about Eren, and we know how he came out to be like now, and the character progression with him was just like, you know, that the content
I'm just glad that he didn't yell for like 4 seasons straight. That's all I can tell you. And another character who yells a lot, I feel like, is Asta, and I think it's talked about from Black Clover. I think it's talked about all over the internet. But then he's literally a barrier to enter Black Clover. It's that bad. He's yelling, and oh my god, everyone is annoyed with him, and everybody's like, stop yelling. I understand you're in a bad situation. Oh my god, he was I'm just glad he stopped yelling. I mean, even he has a very, like, the voice actor is very shrill, so bad combination.
You're offending a voice actor.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like she would have done a good job in like a non-yelly thing.
But main characters who are generally positive that you really, really like, I think that I really, really like, Edward Elric. Sure, he yells and all, but like, he's so positive. Like,
honestly,
I feel like he and the whole motive of the journey that the characters are gonna take throughout the story gets encompassed by the you know, values and morals that the main character keeps yelling throughout.
True, but like
reinforcing throughout.
Yeah, I think I've come to realize I don't actually not like yelly characters. I just don't like yelly characters with a shrill voice because that's just annoying. Like, I don't mind. I know even Edward, like, he doesn't yell. He just, like, he's loud. He doesn't yell. I don't know what is the distinction with that.
I feel like
but
it's
I
a
don't
very
mind
big
it at all.
personality.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. And see, this is like complete thing of what I just said. Like, it's a complete opposite of what I just said. But when Bakugo or Nishinoya yell, I am for it. They yell so much, it's super annoying. I understand it's super annoying.
It's super annoying.
But it's like, but the thing is, the both of them have the same voice actor again. Like, it's immediately when I watched My Hero Academia, I'm like, oh my god, it's Nishinoya yelling. Dude, it's so funny, let him yell. So I like, if I hadn't watched Haikyuu before, I would be super annoyed with Bakugo. I understand. But then it's the same characters, and now I'm like, shut up, Nishinoya, we get it.
But we all love Shoyo yelling. I mean, I love that he's so worked up by everything, and he's just like, oh, I want to go there, I want to win this, I want to do this.
Like, when does he yell? He doesn't yell, he just talks about it. He doesn't yell.
Him getting excited and him being there, having that positive main character vibe, he's just there. He's just, like I said, he's just capturing the whole point of the whole anime.
That's true. But the one part where I know the yell is, you know, when they have this running race, and both of them, Kageyama and Hinata, are pit up together, and then they just go running way past the point and reach a different prefecture, and there they yell so much that is a gag, and I like it. So I don't mind. I just mean constantly like yelling is a part of their character. That's what I don't like.
But I was just talking about main characters who are just extremely positive, that who just have a big personality, who are just in the room, you know.
True.
I think Gon has that characteristic with him as well.
True, but he doesn't
But for some reason, Hunter x Hunter did not. I mean, Gon was not the person who stuck with me. Like
it was Killua, right?
No, for me it was Hisoka. Sorry.
I mean, like this creepy character, but we love it. But yeah. No, but like Gon, I feel like he's like very internal. He's not like, I don't know. It depends on situation.
I mean, naturally, we are looking at the internal dialogue of the main character. Other characters that I found who fit the trope were like Natsu from Fairy Tail, ultra positive, ultra fired up, Goku from Dragon Ball Z, Ash from Pokemon, Tyson from Beyblade, all characters I absolutely love. And finally, Luffy from One Piece. Again, haven't picked it up completely, but...
We're gonna have a chat about this, but okay. But yeah, you know one thing about Luffy. Of course, he's positive, but he's also dumb. Like, let's talk about main characters that are really dumb.
Okay.
Because I think Naruto was definitely dumb. Of course, he had reasons for being dumb, but like, he was dumb. And Luffy was dumb. And like, do you like dumb characters? Oh.
Dumb characters? What do you mean by dumb though?
They're just not smart enough to pick up the situation. Like, if you think about it, like, they don't read the room.
So that's basically like 80% of
the I know. Actually, I don't have a problem with dumb characters. It's like, I feel like it's easy for plot to progress, because if they were smart, they would know these things by now. So like, I understand that, and okay. But then, what I really like is Deku. He's not dumb. He may look dumb, he's not dumb, and I
think the trope plays into it with him, right?
Yes.
He's kind of positive, so you automatically expect him to be dumb as well.
Exactly, and I like that he's not the dumb one, like he's the smart one, and I really like the subversion of that.
Yep.
And yes, and what about other tropes that you really like?
Other tropes that I really like, complete contrast to the main characters who are in the room positive, is the secondary character that's a complete contrast to the main character. Like, there is always that moody second character who just has to balance the room out.
But I feel like that is required. Like, do you like this trope or you don't like this trope?
It depends on the anime, honestly.
Examples? Because I think, like, if there's a super like hyped up character, we need one person to balance that out, because that's too much, like, you know, I don't know. Yeah.
So you know how everyone finds the main character who's all screaming and yelly, ultra positive, very annoying.
Yeah.
I find the moody character annoying, you know. Ultra hot. I'm sorry.
They're always attractive. They're always hot.
It's just because of the way they are, like, thinking and always
Sasuke.
It's just so attractive, but I find it ultra annoying.
Examples?
Like you said, Sasuke, but I didn't like, initial days Sasuke I really liked it on, but later on no. Gray from Fairy Tail is who I really love the trope on.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I like Yuno from Black Clover.
Okay.
I feel like it'll get really repetitive if he was there all the time. I think they handled it very well, where he does not get enough screen time, but they show his progression well.
Okay.
And like, that is one. And Fushiguro, I love Fushiguro. I like how he balances out the energy between Yuji and like, they're all just like jumpy, and then he's just like, nope. I like that. Also, coming. This is again, like, if you look at Demon Slayer, here Tanjiro is very positive, very positive, but he's not yelly, and he's the sane one of the group by far. But whenever the main character is the sane one, you always have to have one who's insane.
Yep.
Do you, like, when you think about the insane characters, like, I don't mean like who are like positive, but I mean manic. I'm talking Yuno from Mirai Nikki.
Oh god, Yuno from Mirai Nikki.
Do you like the manic characters?
If it's Yuno, it's like Yuno from Mirai Nikki, then heck no.
But like, what about other manic? Like, you told me you like Hisoka.
Oh.
Who are ultra creepy and manic in like some weird way. Like, I don't know.
But this I feel like the mana character point that you made also falls into a trope that I was thinking, which is like the third character that's ultra interesting to the story, but he has his own personality and he's doing his own thing. He's just adding something to the plot that probably does not very prominently, do anything to the storyline, but like he's there who's just gonna make things interesting at some point.
That's true. Like him just being there is just interesting. That is true. That is true. I think like I can think of Shikamaru for that character. Like even though he's not manic, just him being there and giving his commentary is just funny. And just amazing.
And even Armin from Attack on Titan, naturally.
I think Armin would be second lead, but yeah, I know. Yeah, what you mean.
Okay.
Okay, and coming to Talk no Jutsu, because I feel like it's become a trope now.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like it?
I love it. I'm all for it. I need that drama in my life.
For me, it can either, for me, it's like both ways, it's funny when, in the story where they're beating the villains, and then one day suddenly he's like, I'm not going to beat the villains, I'm going to talk to the villain. That's what happened to Naruto, which I like.
I love it.
But I don't like that they continued this, throughout. I mean, I know it's part of his identity now. I understand, but now it's become a trope, and now I'm like, do something else.
I'm all for it. Like, if there are new ways for you to, spread that message of, be positive and do positive things and look at the world in a good way, because that is the cool thing, not the nihilistic view, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 examples where I think Talk no Jutsu worked out really well for them. Number 1 is Joseph Joestar, and I mean, it's kind of really hilarious that he used Talk no Jutsu and it worked out for him. But again, it worked out because the character was consistent with the kind of person who would fall into these kind of things. So, which is why it's good. And of course, later, what happens, and so he beats him anyway. So that's different. But coming to another thing where there is kind of subtle Talk no Jutsu, it's not very evident, is Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Kamano Tanjiro, he doesn't just fight the villains. He kind of, in the end, he kind of convinces them that they're doing the wrong thing. And this was not what they originally wanted. And he changes their mind, but that doesn't mean he'll show them grace. It's like, you have committed a lot of crimes. I will avenge the people I will avenge those people, but I will also give you that grace, saying that I'll show you the path. And then they're actually happy that they died in the end. And I think that's a very cute trope. Like, the way it was handled is very, very nice.
Tastefully, yeah.
Very tastefully, yep. And I think that is our trope. Do you know anyone else who uses Talk no Jutsu?
Talk no Jutsu. Speaking of Talk no Jutsu, I really feel like I should venture into the sensei trope from here. Because
yes.
I want to talk about how there's always only in cases of a group, there's always this one sensei or senpai character who's super cool. Like, he's the definition of perfect, because he fits all the requirements on our checklist, like there's Levi, there's Gojo, there's
yes. Yeah,
that's from One Piece,
yeah.
And there's Kakashi from
I think Kakashi and Jiraiya kind of, like, both of them play the tropes in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But one thing about these characters who are like mentors, or either they're mentors or they're super overpowered, whatever it is, they end up dying.
I mean, not always. Kakashi didn't really die.
But he kind of got teased into a death.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, there's There's always that OP character, OP sensei, OP senpai character who's somehow not as strong. I mean, comes off as really strong, but somehow is not as strong as the main character.
Yeah, they have to make it like, it's Naruto. He's the main guy, so he has to be at one point stronger than even his senseis. So I feel like what they do for this is either they kill them off, or they make them conveniently not fight in the battle, or worst case scenario, they're just like, yeah, you're better than me now, go. Even though I can do it myself, I think you're better than me now, so you go.
Either that, or sometimes I feel like the trope turns into, the plot is driven through you, not me.
I know. That is there. And this is why I'm like kind of thinking, okay, so Gojo, look at how cool he is.
Oh, so
when is he going to die now? That is what that comes to mind. Like,
okay, it didn't come to my mind, but sure.
But I feel like he's not going to die. But I just hope that whatever they do with him, he's handled in a respectful way.
Yeah, please. need Gojo to be respected.
Exactly. And like, because and another trope with this is that if a very OP character dies, it's usually OP characters always die like at one point. Whenever they die, the whole the whole world goes into political mayhem. That was always there. For example, Hokage died. The Leaf villages without a Hokage.
Again, I personally don't feel like the third Hokage dying changed the plot much, aside from setting things straight with the.
Yeah, but he had to die because that's why they had to like go Hokage-less for a while, and Naruto had to go and save the day by bringing Tsunade in.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, like that's the thing.
Because Jiraiya was like, I have better things to do.
Exactly. So I feel like this is also a trope where like hero comes in to save the day. I can think of even One Piece. I won't tell you who the character is because Sasha is here. But then it happens at the end of the Marineford battle.
Okay.
Things like politically, things just change, and it happens in Black Clover. The magic god dies. Magic emperor dies. And like I think it happens all the time. Like if even in Demon Slayer it happens. One thing that they which like it's moving forward, like it's becoming different these days, is Boku no Hero Academia. They did not kill the OP character. They just made him lose his power, which I love that because I want his character to be there. I don't want his power because his power was not the point of the character. His personality was the point of the character. So I love that trope.
Another trope that is a complete, very common in anime that I've seen is that there's always a father figure who screws it up for his kid, you know?
I know, like so here's the thing. It's like, it's not even a trope at this point that the main character of a shonen does not have parents. Or like, even if he has parents, like, they're not around. They're not in his life because anyone who is like, any 15-year-old with parents will not be doing those things that they're doing. So yeah,
I feel like it on a level it's become normalized with anime that if you have parents you're just gonna be normal.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, so how did your father die, or how did your mother die? The mother dying trope is like so common. Attack on Titan, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. To be honest, even Demon Slayer. I feel like, okay.
But with Attack on Titan and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, it is the father who screws it up for all of them.
yeah, exactly. So basically, the parents are missing in some way or form. Gone.
Gon's father is screwing it up for Gon. Not being there also.
Exactly.
That is the screw up, here.
Exactly. To be honest, he doesn't have a mother, but he has a motherly character.
Okay.
So that is there, but also she doesn't have a lot of. But how did someone just let a 12-year-old just go do whatever they want? So weird, but we love it.
We love it.
Yeah.
We're all there for it. I mean, these characters, there are some father figures who are also like the initial sensei. So I think, but that trope does not exist. That doesn't exist as an independent trope as much as the parents being missing in action,
Which anime are you talking about, the parents being sensei? I can't think of anything, but maybe in sports anime that's more common. I have to expect it would be.
Yeah.
And like sports anime, I mean, of course, like they have parents because, I mean, it's not a dystopian society here. It's just a normal world, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh shit, dystopian worlds is becoming a very trope.
Exactly.
It's a big trope, yeah.
But one character who has a mother, at least, who is kind of taking care of. Actually, all parents take care of their children. Is My Hero Academia. His mother is always there, trying to make the right decisions. Bakugo's mother is a meme. But Bakugo is being a bully and his mother is taking care of it. Like, you can't let a 15-year-old just do whatever they want.
But even in, I know Todoroki is not really the main character. He isn't the main character, right? He's just a prominent side character. Yeah. But his dad screws it up for him there also.
Yes, someone has to screw up. So yeah.
Why is it always the parent is my question. So.
It's become normal now. I just accept it. On new anime, how did the parents screw up? How did the parents die? How did the parents not do something?
Yeah. It's become such a common thing to see now that now in normal life when someone has parents, you're just not gonna expect like a grand storyline for that person.
Exactly. Yep. And is there any other like non-character tropes that you would want to talk about?
Nothing strikes me. How about you go first?
Okay, so this one. Okay, this is a battle trope. Like it's it's too common that the power scaling in a battle shonen is never like. The thing is, when they do it like in Dragon Ball Z, when they say the power is over 9,000, it becomes too evident, like it'll become boring. But so it has to be that we don't know the power scaling, we don't know who is stronger, but then initially the main character always gets slaughtered, but then the villain is like just sitting there and being cocky and like just talking about how he's the best and you're the worst, instead of doing the thing that he came here to do.
Yeah.
Like, you had an objective, right? Like, I feel like that's then everything. Akatsuki also, like, they do that a lot.
There's also the trope of, I think this is becoming very common, like I like knowing that there is an ultimate limit, like with with the story on a whole, when you say, okay, this is the peak you can reach, and everyone has the journey to reach it, but like when you're trying to create spin-offs and stuff, you've just like taken too much liberty into, okay, there is always a stronger character, always this person, the kid is naturally stronger because genetics.
Exactly, like privilege and stuff.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. And like for me, it's become kind of boring with this like power scaling where this guy is strong. Like always, like a battle shonen starts off with introducing the main character where you get to know he's strong in some way, but not the strongest.
Yes.
And that's where the journey is. And like it's become a little bit boring for me. That's where I really like the way stand battles from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is handled, where there's no power up or power down. You can do one thing, and like in like season 6, it's like there's a meme about this, but like I can glow on a Friday night only if it's the full moon. Like there's a lot of like conditions for it, and they have to use their like creativity to beat the opponent, and I think that is super interesting. Instead of just training hard and scaling up, it's become very common for me. I don't know.
Makes sense. But like speaking of like battle tropes that I mean, like I said, there's always an OP. You initially set the OP limit, and then in some way you keep crossing it later just to keep the journey on. I think this happened with Naruto and Boruto. Like initially there was like a limitation set up, and then they kept breaking it after Boruto came, and now you're just like, you're making no sense to me. Sorry.
Boruto, they're just like milking it. Like they're just milking the money. That's all.
And people still watch it, right? And
I don't know why.
Even Dragon Ball Z.
Oh
like,
my god.
There was some evidence of a limit set of the strength, the maximum strength that someone could reach, but like after Dragon Ball Z, I'm sorry, everything went to hell. It just kept crossing over and over.
No, but like once they start milking it, the essence of the original just gets lost.
Yes.
And that's just like I actually don't know why people still watch Boruto. I understand watching like the first 2 episodes for nostalgia reasons, but after that they're just like milking it, and then Naruto dies apparently. I actually don't know if they do or not.
I don't think so, yeah. I haven't followed it. Honestly.
Me neither, but I see the spoilers. Apparently Naruto dies. Wow. I don't think he does, but anyway.
Yeah, you do that, there's gonna be a fan riot. There's a fandom riot. Boruto is gonna get completely blocked from production.
You know how like now they refer to Naruto as Boruto's dad?
Yeah.
Because
that's so annoying.
It's funny because it's like that's how it's presented.
But funny thing here, Naruto is the dad who screwed up now.
Oh my god, no! Oh yeah, he's kind of screwed up. I don't like that he screwed up.
Yeah, I mean, we get Naruto and he hasn't, but like the trope is introduced anyway.
Yeah, that's how they had to make it interesting. Or else, like, what if Naruto was there as a father figure to Boruto? There's no story to tell them.
Oh yeah, so he can't be OP. I'm sorry.
God, I don't like it.
But like, on the topic of Naruto, I'd like to bring in the female tropes that came in. Like
oh my god, yeah.
Common female tropes that I mean Sakura created with. There's like a main secondary female lead, secondary lead, but like a main female lead.
Yes.
Who's either rendered completely useless to the storyline, which we discussed early on, like when we were talking about MCs.
Exactly. I feel like the only reason Sakura exists is because Naruto needs a reason to bring Sasuke back. I mean, although I know Naruto loves Sasuke and wants to be part of the team, but now it's like extra pressure from Sakura. And I'm like, you were not. She does like some random things, acts like as if she's powerful. I feel like they really try to make her powerful, but then they're like,
there is potential with her character that they did not use properly, because I feel like she peaked at the Sasori arc, and then when she was healing everyone during the final
she
war.
peaked at the Sasori arc. That's true, and like this is like common. I feel in even One Piece. My God, yeah, because personally, I like Nami in the beginning. Like she has her whole character fleshed out and all that, but then I think there's one point in One Piece where Oda's like, okay, Nami, that's enough of you. So like he just like let her go, and like even in the later arcs, she's just there. She's not doing anything, and he substituted all of that with fan service. Like fan service, man. Like let's talk about fan service.
Why are we using women as fan service? Like honestly, even Lucy from Fairy Tail, she's also major fan service. Like we know that the storyline starts off because of her, but like she's used as fan service for the rest of the story. Like
here's the thing. Like I don't like outright fan service, but like if you think about it, like if you look at Haikyuu, you don't think there's fan service in there. Right, because
I think Haikyuu attempts it with the.
No, that's the thing. Like they're still getting the girls excited with the crotch shots, but it's not outright, like played into as a trope. It's just like it's just there. So people who notice it. People who don't watch the story.
Yeah.
So I like that level of subtlety.
Subtlety is true. Yeah.
Like
another thing they do with female characters is that. In order to make the female character overpowered, she needs to be that antisocial, so emotionally unavailable chick, with like a very painful backstory. Like even in Fairy Tail itself, Urza, OP as hell, hot as heck, and has some weird storyline that later on is revealed, and post revealing that storyline, her energy kind of falls off. For some reason with women, the more secretive they are, the more OP they are.
Exactly. There's like the tsundere trope. I actually don't even want to get into the deres because that is just overplayed so much. Like even Hinata, like I like that she exists. Is there anything more than that?
Hinata from Naruto.
Yes, Naruto. Yeah, Hinata from Naruto. Is there anything more that you like about Hinata?
I think she played an important role in the Pain arc, right? But
correct. One time, but I feel like she was noticed because of her blossoming in femininity in Shippuden.
Right. I noticed her because of the Chunin exams, and I noticed her noticing Naruto, and that made me feel good because Naruto is my favorite character.
Yeah, exactly. That is that. I like that she existed.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I feel like the trope that needs to be discovered and fleshed out. Speaking of women who are antisocial, emotionally unavailable, Toka as well from Tokyo Ghoul. Has a painful past, and then once you reveal it, Kaneki is back on center stage and nothing's done with Toka. She becomes housewife material.
Yeah, I feel like this is like the problem. Like she kind of like female characters are introduced as very powerful.
Yep.
But they don't get their moments of power.
Yep.
And they're just like, oh, I'm powerful, but then I'm not going to get the spotlight.
You get like glimpses of these.
Exactly. Mostly it's just them telling, like, just saying that, oh, there's, like, I'm smarter than you, I'm powerful, and whatever. They don't get their moments. I kind of feel like, I don't know.
But with Mikasa, you can actually see the glimpses more fleshed out. I feel like Mikasa is also another main female character who's a secondary character on a whole.
I feel like
she has her moments of being OP during fights. You can see glimpses of her being. She's an Ackerman. She's like naturally.
Okay, here's the thing. Like, I don't think I remember watching season 4. Sorry, but then is there a part where she falls out of love with Eren?
Yes. That's happening right now.
It's happening exactly. Like that is good, but in the initial part, her existence, like her reason to exist, was because of Eren.
But again, that was because of a very painful backstory that we know of, where Eren saved her.
But sure, that's good for one season. Next season, do something else. Come on. Like, I don't know.
That is happening right now. Like, they're kind of they removed her from that mold.
Oh, this is one thing that, like, can we just acknowledge how season 4 Mikasa became season 1 Erin, like character design.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Now
That
that
is
I think of it.
She just became Erin. Like, come on, did there any individuality there? I don't know, man. Oh,
I think Mappa was too tired to just draw different characters. Sorry, Mappa. You
not
guys-
Mappa. I think it was the creator. I forgot his name. What the hell? Isayama.
Isayama Hashim.
I guess I don't know. But another thing about, I feel like this is an attack directly to Attack on Titan. But I'm
We're
sure.
literally Attack on Titan
I know,
to the Attack
but I'm
on
sure I've seen this trope elsewhere. I just can't think of it.
Titan. Which
Okay,
trope?
a trope where the hero saves the day by questionable means, but then he gets, like, everybody's like, harassing him for it. Like, come on. So, for example, in the season 1, Eren transformed during the Trost arc and he saved the day. Let's face it, without Trost being reconquered at that point, it was over for them. They can't just fit into the first wall. I forgot the name.
Yep.
But so, like, he does that. It's because of him. He's the vital part of, like, saving all of them. And what does he get for that? Like a sentence, and then he's tried in court. I'm like, how do you not recognize that he saved you guys? This just doesn't make sense.
A lot of things in Attack on Titan, like with the all the 4 tertiary characters, does not make sense at
It's
all.
actually true.
But
It
it's
is.
kind of like trying to give you the plot.
Yeah, and like conversely, if you think about it, like right after Levi made the decision to save Armin, well, I understand why he made this decision. I understand other people's reasoning. But come on, like imagine like a commander comes back to the royals and they say, oh yeah, this is what kind of happened. We got wiped out, but we won. But then there was this one time where I was able to save one of them, Armin or Erwin. I chose the kid. And how do you justify that to like the other people?
I don't think any justification is. They have time for justification at this point in the plot.
But see, they had time to harass Erin over there. Like they should have time here. I just don't.
I mean, things are like escalating a lot at that point in the plot, right? So, initially at least there were 2 walls remaining. At least one wall was for sure there. So,
yeah,
there was some time with the plot to develop, but like later on with season 2, season 3 and all, the plot is escalating to a very pressure cooker point,
I know. That's actually true. They had a lot to cover.
Yep.
I feel like Hachibe Isayama was like,
I want to give depression soon. Yeah.
That's true. But yeah,
Any other big tropes that hit you that's not character centric?
Characters and see, that's the thing, right? There are other right now. I think we just spoke about tropes in shonen. There are like tropes in like other kind of anime, but we kind of just watch shonen pretty much.
Yep.
Do you watch anything else?
No. Seinen. I watch Seinen a lot.
What kind of trope do you think?
So with Parasite and with Parasite.
I feel like there's only one trope that comes into your mind.
Yeah, there's always a main character who goes into depression at some point.
No, as in
like a nihilistic world point of view,
Like he changes his personality and his hair at the same time.
Yeah, that's a Tokyo thing.
Yeah, but I feel like that's not overplayed, so that's good.
Okay.
Like it's so I can only think of like 2 times that happens.
But Seinen, always the main character is very serious.
That's true.
That much is the trope. But I don't think that's overplayed. Like you said.
That's true. Like I watched March Comes in Like a Lion, and yeah, he is very serious and he has a very good arc there, like character arc. But I don't think there's a seinen trope because not a lot of people watch it. I don't know.
Interesting.
What about like shoujo and
no shoujo. I mean, I've only watched Cardcaptor Sakura to think of it.
I think I watched like 1 episode, like 5 episodes of Haruhi.
Okay.
Sorry, why am I saying Haruhi? I mean Oran High School Host Club. It's like I don't know, it's like one girl and then beautiful guy is in love with the guy. It's like, here's the thing, I don't think shoujo should become an anime. It should become a K-drama. It's perfect. Like I think K-drama has its tropes, and that's where I think they kind of pick it up. I mean, like that's where like shoujo becomes they pick it up from shoujo, all of them. But I'm not into it. And what about josei? Have you watched any josei?
No.
Oh, I watched only 1, so I can't say it's a trope at all because it's Rakugo Shinju.
Okay.
It's amazing. It's really good. Like there's no way to explain it. That's the point. Like there's no trope there.
Right.
Yeah.
Another trope in seinen that I'd like to add is that there's always like the villain kind of is good, you know.
You relate with him.
Relate with him, true, but also the fact that he's the wiser one when he's interacting with the main character. You know, like Parasite's Miggy, firstly, and I mean, yeah, I mean, nothing's striking me immediately right now, but Parasite's Miggy.
What about I know you've watched this anime called those animes. I'm trying to remember. Tingin Tuppa Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann, yes. But that was very.
It's a shonen,
old.
right?
Yeah, I think it's a shonen and mecha also. I think.
Yeah, I kind of don't like the mecha trope.
I'm all into mecha because I'm sorry, Code Geass is mecha.
Oh, that's right. I feel like you picked it up just for that, didn't you?
Yeah, mecha is purely Code Geass related.
I haven't.
Nothing in Code Geass was very trope. I feel. Can you think of something that was a trope that?
Dude, like I feel like Code Geass, like it had the normal slice of life anime which doesn't know what direction it's going to take, even though it very clearly had a direction it was going to take. For example, like one episode it's like something super amazing is gonna happen. Next episode, they're just like, like they're just like going around, and then the girls are getting cringy. The Lelouch is like just there and doing nothing. I know this is one episode. I think they just chase a cat.
Yep.
Like, come on, why is that there? Come on.
It's so cute. I mean,
it's not cute.
Everyone starts liking Suzaku.
So I feel like that would have been a very good OVA episode. Why does it have to be in the main story? It doesn't make sense.
There's not a lot of episodes like that, right? Like there's one episode where they're making pizza, but that was needed.
Eggs. You tell me, was that needed? I don't think it was needed.
It wasn't.
I mean, I understand it was needed for the sponsor. Good on them.
Yes.
Good on Pizza Hut for sponsoring Code Geass.
But even those tropes, Kalin is like that strong female character who's all emotionally unavailable, distant until you find out the past story. And I mean, the story
it's following the same thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fan service also there, which is very misplaced according to me, because the scene is something really serious and all that, and it's asking me to take this seriously when Kalin is just like humped back and then her ass is in my face.
Yes.
And like, I don't know.
Yeah. Fan service again, another trope.
Yeah, I know.
So I think that sums up all the tropes that we think are very popular. Right?
Yeah, pretty much, I guess.
Yep.
I can't think of anything else, I guess. But yeah,
if you guys come up with any tropes that you really think deserves a mention, then please do reach out to us on our socials.
Yep, Instagram at the AnimeCast
and Twitter at the AnimeCast1.
Thank you.
Until next time, bye.
Bye.